day, ladies and gentlemen, little sisters and brothers. Don't get caught slipping. Our enemies are playing for all the marbles and are not only sparing no expense, they are not leaving any possibilities on the table. Like I warned you before, the Luciferian coup, in this case to mean, the exact same Luciferian seed slash strain have always been in control of both sides of political and religious power in America and are now pulling together to accomplish their shared end-game goal. Today's video is old, but it was designed to expose this fundamental fact. Check it out. According to Wikipedia, under Jewish assimilation, listen closely. Quote, Jewish assimilation refers to the gradual cultural assimilation and social integration of Jews in their surrounding culture, as well as the ideological program promoting conformity as a potential solution to historic Jewish marginalization in the age of emancipation. Stop. So as you can see, unlike the detailed thought process needed to deduce our prey, pounce, play, become, and destroy understanding, they openly admit they promoted an identity genocide program. And if looked upon with scripture eyes, this can only mean, behold, subliminal seducers are playing the game from both ends, hoping to meet in the middle, which can only mean this is the real reason industries are breaking every fiduciary law there is. I mean, every time they risk offending 95.5% of their heterosexual business base to cater to, according to NBC News, May 25th, 2018, quote, a 4.5% LBGT market, it's because the exact same strain of seducers are now secular, Christian, and Jewish. But let's continue for more clues, shall we? Under history, cutting to chases. Quote, use of the vernacular is an example of acculturation, one of the key characteristics of Jewish assimilation in the modern era. Listen up, listen up. Jewish assimilation began anew among Ashkenazi Jews on an extensive scale towards the end of the 18th century in Western Europe, especially Germany, as the Haskalah emerged as a culture. Reasons cited for its initial success included hope for better opportunities accompanying assimilation into the non-Jewish European communities, especially among the upper classes. Stop, bingo! Worldwide cultures do not simply emerge. New and fresh program people do. Just like Wikipedia told us before, the common Israelis were not the poor people their moving pictures and alphabet sigil witchcraft literature have warped your mind into thinking. I know I'm about to ask a lot, but think about it like Little Miss Ivy for just a minute. Wikipedia has already told us one of the main tenets of the May laws was designed to stop the deceitful practice of the Israelis using Christian names while doing business. And if America is 2/3 German like we are being told that it is, that can only mean most of the old money industries with Christianized names in America are secular seducer properties. This is the real reason why the world's way of life was completely changed at the exact same time to make us live to work and work to live during what we now call the Industrial Revolution during the 18th century. You control how a person live and eat, you control them. I mean, The word revolution was in the name, people. But let's continue for more clues and proof of what I just said, shall we? I'm going to let the beat rock. I really shouldn't have to say very much at all at this point. Just sit back, chill, relax, and listen to not only the telltale signs that the 18th through 19th century secular Haskalah Jew, especially in Germany, bragged about how they were new and different than the older models. But most importantly, listen to the length these particular tares went through to commit identity genocide to hide. Alright? Personal quote. As legal emancipation remained incomplete in Germany, many upper middle class urban Jews propagated Enlightenment ideas, which they believed would allow them to improve their social standing. Listen closely. Personal quote. Quote, the ideologues consistently envisioned the regeneration of German Jewry that would gain its equal rights, but would also lead to the formation of a new kind of Jew based on its ideal of man. Bingo! Quote, but the Christian and Jewish communities were divided concerning answers to what was known as the Jewish question. The question, coming during the rise of nationalism in Europe, included, listen up, the extent to which each nation could integrate its Jewish citizens, and if not integrated, how should they be treated and the question solved. The breakdown of the traditional Jewish communal structure, the Kahillah, marked the declining perception of a distinct Jewish nationality among those Jews that promoted emancipation. Remember, it was the Haskalah that broke the structure down. Check it out. Quote, however, attempts, with an S, to reduce Judaism to a confession did not necessarily induce an increase in tolerance of the Jews on the part of the majority society. You hear what they just said? They tried all their business. They tried. Listen up. As an alternative to a more liberal practice of Judaism, assimilation also took the form of conversion to Christianity. None of the descendants of Moses Mendelssohn retained the Jewish religion. Same subliminal seducing strain, bingo. Assimilationists saw Jewish cultural distinctiveness and tribalism as the root of anti-Semitic hostility and thus felt that Jewish social bonds needed to be weakened. Listen up. This led some Jews to philosophical questions. That's the philosophical. Yeah. This led some Jews to philosophical questions of Jewish identity and who is a Jew. The propriety of assimilation and various paths towards it were among the earliest internal debates of the Emancipation era, including whether and to what extent Jews should relinquish their right of uniqueness in return of civic equality. Listen extremely close. Quote, Jewish academics in the 19th century partook in social scientific studies concerning anti-Semitic notions of Jewish degeneration. There, the Jewish academics participating in Gentile social scientific studies, their active role in this intellectual discussion served as both a calculated response to anti-Semitic allegations and a way to explore common social bonds uniting Jews as an autonomous community had been in full decline. Basically, they included token Jewish academics so no one could say the study was racist. Listen to this. Quote, Many Jewish social scientists did not entirely disagree with the idea of distinct Jewish traits conceived by anti-Semitics. This lent itself well to the continuous debate over assimilatory practices. Listen and perceive. Personal quote. The political and social message of this IMMUTABLE, unmovable, Jewish nature was clear. It's saying the political and social message of this immovable Jewish nature was clear. Listen up, listen up. The, personal quote, Jewish body, and they're talking about specific flesh. You'll see. The Jewish body was racially different and pathological, and opponents of emancipation and integration were correct in insisting that Jews were unfit to be part of a healthy modern nation state. Participating in the exploration of Jewish lineage can also be seen as a form of appeasement as, personal quote, it allowed Jewish social scientists to fill the roles of apologist and reformer, to defend their own people based on the knowledge and insights of science. Stop. Wow! Did you hear that? Amazing. So as you can plainly hear, they admit, unlike themselves who were claiming to be, quote, a new kind of Jew based on its ideal of man, the new Haskalah secular Jews, who were propped up as the apologist and reformer, admitted to the world the older Israeli clone model were racially different, pathological, and unfit for the fast-paced 19th century revolution ahead. But allow me to ask you a question, gentle strangers. When you heard them say, personal quote, it allowed Jewish social scientists to fill the roles of apologist and reformer, to defend their own people based on the knowledge and insights of science, what did you perceive? Who, me? I perceived the secular Jews were programmed with angelic knowledge and insight to science the Gentiles did not have a clue about. You know, just like it was in the days of Noah. Am I right about it? Somebody, please tell me I'm right about it. But let's continue for more clues, shall we?